you ever feel like your strumming sounds a little flat or boring? Like something's missing, but you're not sure what? Well, good news, you don't need a fancy technique or years of practice to fix it. The secret is adding strumming accents. It's an easy way to make your playing sound better, fuller, and more interesting. In this lesson, I'll show you exactly how to do it step by step with 4 simple strum patterns that you can start using right away. Welcome back to Relax Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin, and this is Maggie May, who's a little sleepy, but not too sleepy to eat a treat. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started. When we talk about accents and strumming the guitar, that's basically when you're adding more volume or emphasis to a strum instead of all the strums sounding at the same volume. And the reason that we do this is it's an easy way to add some interest, some more rhythm, and make your playing sound more dynamic. Think of it this way. It's kind of like when you put you're writing a sentence and you bold one of the words to make it stand out. We're going to be adding accents and playing some of our strums a little louder to make them stand out and be more rhythmic. Be sure and click the link in the description below and pick up my free resource that I made for you guys. It's a 3-song lesson bundle, 3 great rock tunes to play, the tablature, the chord charts, the lessons in detail, everything you need, and it's free in the link below. So I want to show you guys some common strum patterns that we can apply this strumming accent technique to, so you can start using these right away. And the more you do this, I am not kidding, the more you're going to kind of pick this out as you listen to music, and the more you play this way, the more you're going to feel in the groove and not so much kind of like, everything being the same. So the first one, let's just do a very simple 8th note strum pattern. I'm just going to play an E chord, a good old humble E chord. We're going to do down up strums in an 8th note pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You count down is the numbers 1, and the ands are on the up strums. And. So if we take this E chord and we do this strum pattern and we don't change any of the volume of any of the strums, we try to make them all the same. Might go to an A chord, and a D, and then back to E. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a great way, especially if you're tapping your toe, which we'll talk about a little more. It's a great way to get your muscle memory and your brain kind of connected to your hand to do some strumming in time. But watch what happens when we make a simple little change and accent a couple of these strums. I haven't changed the strum pattern. I might have sped it up a little bit. I tend to play a little fast, but I've not changed the strum pattern. It's still 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm accenting beats number 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The other thing I'm doing, you can see my head bobbing, but you can't see my toe tapping, but my toe is tapping on beats 2 and 4 as well. So my toe's hitting down on the ground on 2 and 4, which kind of reminds me to accent those 2 strums. The other thing I'm slightly doing is I might, not only am I kind of accenting or strumming down louder and strumming all the way through strums 2 and 4 or beats 2 and 4, on the ones where I'm not stressing it, I'm kind of keeping my strum here in the middle of the strings. So a very easy thing to do there, just choose some chords that you like and practice that strum with these accents on 2 and 4. One other thing to note is that it's important to not play loud all the time, which is a pretty common thing to do actually, especially when you're first starting out. The louder you play like as your normal volume, the more difficult it is to accent things, obviously, because things are already loud. It's hard to make something a little bit louder to stand out. If you like this lesson so far, you're getting some value out of it, we would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button. It helps other folks here on YouTube see the lesson, and it would really help us out. And for this next pattern, we're going to go with Old Faithful. We call it here at Relax Learn Guitar. This is a strum pattern that you can use on so many songs. It's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if we take, let's stick with this E, A, and D again. Yep. So if we play this Old Faithful pattern. Down, down, up, down, up. Now we're going to apply the same thing here. We're going to accent beats 2 and 4. I encourage you to tap your toe on beats number 2 and 4, and we're going to accent those strums. So we go from this to this. You'll use that one a lot. You can choose, just choose a couple of chords you're comfortable with and just practice the strumming. You can also practice this without playing any chords. Just mute your strings and practice that. Now we're going to keep the same strum pattern, but I want to show you that you can also accent an upbeat or an and when you're counting. So we're going to keep the same Old Faithful. Let's switch up the chords here. We're going to play a G for a couple of these patterns. Let's see, we'll do a G, D, and C. It's a familiar song, but a nice way to learn more about strum patterns is actually use them in songs. This is little Bob Dylan's version of Knocking on Heaven's Door. So we're going to go with a G for one pattern, a D for one pattern, and C for 2 of the patterns. I'll play it first without any accents. Oops, don't want to start on an E, I want to start on a G. So no accents here. G, D, and then C twice. Now I'm going to accent just one of the strums, and it's going to be the up strum after the 2. So it's kind of like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
That sounds good.
You can move your chin up. It helps you. For some reason, my body does these like involuntary things when I strum. So here again with the accent on the and after 2. And for this last strum pattern, we're going to channel a little Johnny Cash into the lesson. We're going to go back to this E chord. We're just going to switch between an E chord and an A chord. E and A. But we need to know something because we're going to switch it up a little bit and we're going to play the bass note of the chord first in this pattern. So you'll need to know that the 6th string or the open E string in this E chord is the bass or root note. And for the A, you need to switch to the 5th string, which is the open A string, for the A chord. We're going to do a bass down up pattern, really common in country music. I got to play without any accents here.
Sounds like the train.
Yeah, it's gonna. We're going to accent it to sound like the choo-choo train. We're going to accent the 2 and the 4 again. Bass down up, bass down up. We're going to really stress the 2 and the 4. We're also speeding it up a little bit. If we kind of do it in the middle. If that up strum, that can be a little challenging at first, you can also just go with a bass down, but stress the downbeat. If you want to add in the up strum for that bass down up, you'll get a little more Johnny Cash in there and a little more train action, like Vicky says. Boom chicka. The chick is the accent. Boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka, bass down up. That's probably the most fun one. so take these strum patterns and also ones that you like to use or that you find common, and accenting. The 2 and the 4 is really common, but like I said, you can accent the up strums as well. Endless possibilities, but this is really going to help it sound more natural, more rhythmic, and just give you more confidence when you're playing. Next up, check out this lesson that I got for you. It's how to add dynamics into your playing. Whoa. And we've obviously woken up Miss Maggie. Dynamics in your playing so that you can learn other ways besides accents to add some interest to your playing. It's a great one, if I do say so myself. Check it out here. Remember that Vicky and Maggie and I appreciate your views, your support here on YouTube. We'll see you for the next lesson. Remember that you're never too old to learn.
Take care, everyone.